this 11 years ago. This next week is our anniversary at our 502nd episode. We didn't even talk about we reached episode 500 last week.
I told you. Oh my God, this is the first day that we drank off of each other's water glasses.
I think 500 episodes is a huge milestone.
It is.
Technically, it's more. But
why? I love how you feed into me being a every time every time.
I'm just saying. I feel like it's something we should celebrate. It is.
Yes, very much so.
There's not a lot of folks that have.
How do you feel at 500 episodes?
The same as I did when we started. Mean and surly.
Nigga. Maybe more.
Yeah. Worse, actually.
I've reached my peak of awful human being.
Yeah. You're welcome.
No, we did. We reached 500 episodes, and in honor of that, we talked about white roots. I think that's pretty fitting.
Voluntary white oppression, I guess.
I mean, it's the world we live in. You know who chooses not to live in that world? The Maldives.
Yo. My grandmother used to love the phrase, get the hell out of Dodge. And when I tell you the Maldives, Bora Bora, gets the out of Dodge. You hear me?
They said you may not come here if you hold this passport. And I was like, yeah. And then the second thing was like, goddamn, what happens if we are next because we are enablers? I have to only eat it.
Let me tell you something. When I watched the news and this current administration said, oh yes, just because he lives in Maryland, he's a full-fledged citizen or whatever. No, we're not taking him back. Like, no. Completely illegal. They said, no. I said to myself, it's a good time to request a brand new birth certificate and a social security card. Because mine are original. And I realized that more so than ever, we're going to have to prove our... It's always so interesting how me as a queer person or gay person, because I don't necessarily like the term, but me as a homosexual, I always have to prove my identity to people. And I don't think people... And I've had to go through my whole life doing that. And I don't think even... There's a privilege of blackness where you don't have to prove your identity at most, except to white people at times, right? So now people are going to have to... Of all colors, even white folks are going to have to prove their humanity, right? Like, I don't...
Not as much, but...
Not as much.
Still
I
not
don't know.
as much, no.
I feel like we're getting to a place of an Aryan nation, right? Like, I feel like we are... At some point, we watch Survivor. We all know at some point people turn on each other.
Oh, let me learn how to make fire. Because
I'm
saying, in this real world, I'm saying...
There is a reason why I have been watching Survivor for 25 years. I know how to make shelter. I know how to make fire with or without flint. I know how to braid palm fronds for shelter.
I can cook, so I guess it would make a... You know what I mean?
Exactly. You gotta have... There's always going to be somebody who... Listen, in feudal America, we're moving towards...
I told you I'm not a fan of end of the world movies. I told you.
In feudal... Who cares about end of the world? This happened in the 14th century. In feudal... As we move to feudalist territory... We all gonna have to learn how to like live off the land, and you know, community's gonna come in handy way more than you think. You know, it's not just dancing parties with henny coladas. It's going to be bartering and cowrie shells again.
We're gonna have to make sure we're gonna have to get rid of the cannibals. first,
Yeah.
we gotta like collectively just euthanize. You know what I'm saying? Because they're gonna be a problem. They're gonna be.
I was watching
They're gonna be a
Amazing
hurdle.
Race. I was watching. You and I need to definitely watch Amazing Race, maybe for the ABC show. But like, there was the last one of these episodes of the season. They're in Japan, and they have to throw like ninja stars and darts at like and nails at a canvas like target. Like, and so in my head, I'm like, I need to learn combat.
What do you think I've been talking about for the last several years as it pertains to archery? Don't take me seriously.
Because are flinging ninja stars and shit or whatever, and like they have this little thing when they're like, and they're practicing with these ninjas on the show, and I'm like,
I feel like
all games aside, this isn't a bad skill to learn.
y'all better tap into that time when you had to play with them pogs, and you was flinging pogs and all kinds of
worst game ever. A scam.
I mean, when I tell you, like a full scam, it was a disc.
Yeah, it was like cardboard.
It was a cardboard disc. Imagine a Pringles can, but it's full of discs with little characters on them. And it's not like it's not like a baseball card with actual information. It's just the characters of what Power Rangers or Pokemon or whatever the case is. And I never understood how people played with Pogs. I never knew what to do with those.
So apparently it's almost like Jax, where you have the main slammer, which was the thicker plastic piece.
Okay,
and
yeah.
your whole goal was to like slam the slammer piece on the thing in order to flip the pog over.
Okay. So they was
like
playing
that's
beer
exactly is literally what it was. It was a scam, and I have gotten so many pogs over the years as stocking stuffers, and every time
I never knew to do with a pog.
They just ended up as all over my floor in my closet. Like, you know what I mean? It was just mess.
So you know what I learned? I did not, at the time I had no clue. Did you know that the Gigapet was the poor Tamagotchi?
They're not all the same.
No, that's what I thought they were. I thought they were like, no.
Gigapet
Tamagotchi
was just not the American version of the...
Let me see. Hold on.
So we got the Equate version of the Tamagotchi.
Because I definitely had to take a Gigapet.
I had a Gigapet.
And see? Oh, this is actual search.
Because remember, you could choose either a cat or a dog.
The Tamagotchi was first.
Yes.
From Japan in 96. And then America, of course, we be behind. Oh, can we just make it plain and clear here at Jade and XD? We don't have no problem with China, okay? We fucks with y'all.
No, not at all.
Heavy and the long way.
Matter of fact, did I tell you I signed up for community college?
Wait, I asked you how your week was, and you told me you took a and nothing else. Like, what? You're like, I did nothing.
I totally forgot
eaten.
I signed up to learn Mandarin. Sorry. I did have something to do. Okay. This reminds me, I have to follow up because it was a joke turned reality very fast. So I'm talking to my client and we're talking about savings with having a student discount on things. And I'm like, I could be saving millions if I had a student email address, right? And so she was like, sign up for a class somewhere and blah, blah. I'm like, oh yeah, why not? Like, sure. So then I'm looking, and then I look on the news and I see we're tariffed the down. And then I was like, well, I need to take a class. So Mandarin was available, girl.
Well, Kong Hei Fat Choi because,
Now, I'm very nervous because,
or is that Cantonese?
see, I'm not sure. And that's my concern,
Oh,
right?
it's
Like,
Mandarin.
there's so many dialects in there's Cantonese Mandarin and there's other things. And then there's the fact that I have to learn a whole new alphabet and,
Okay,
and all that
wait. How
stuff.
many Chinese dialects are there? There's 8.
Yeah. That's 7 too
So
many.
Mandarin, Wu, Min, Jiang, Gan,
And then,
Jin, Hakka, and Yu.
because it depends on what region of the Republic of China you're in,
Right.
or how old you are too. Because I've been watching a lot of Chinese language videos, and apparently some of the dialects are only spoken by older generations because no one is teaching them new things. Like, it's very interesting
Like
how the
Win's
language works.
Haonese.
Mm-hmm.
Win's
It's almost
Haonese.
like a dying language, but it's a dying dialect.
Yeah. Oh, Cantonese is you. Okay, copy. And
Yeah.
Shanghainese is Wu. Okay.
Now, I haven't
Emperor
paid for the
Wu.
class yet. I might switch out and do art history again, but that.
No, or no, are you? Have you been paying?
But I do know I need some sort of armor, and knowing the language is armor. Okay.
You better not do no damn art history. First of all, they still art. They are.
I know.
You
Art
better
history is the
learn
most
this Chinese
course ever. Yeah, I'm gonna learn it. It's just a lot. You know what I mean? Because at first I was like, oh, I need to just build up on Spanish and make sure I become like more fluent in Spanish. Then I was like,
awesome.
yeah, well, I live here.
Well, there's reasons why you should become more
You
fluent in
know?
Spanish, but
Yes, but I'm like, based on where we are geopolitically, to partner with our friends in China, to show solidarity.
Yeah. Oh wait, is that Chinese?
Shishi,
Shay, that's thank you.
Yep. There you go.
Ni hao kai lan. Oh no, that's a cartoon. Oh no. Okay, listen here, y'all. I don't have an issue. Like you want to take a class together?
telling you, we need to learn just in case.
You want to, because I'm down. I'm down with the woo. So like, if you want to we should learn Mandarin together.
Yeah.
Hold on.
Yeah.
What's the most useful Chinese to learn? Mandarin.
Yes, Mandarin. Yeah. I think let's do it.
Okay, let's do it.
But yeah, I totally forgot. That's why that did happen to me this week.
Now I signed up for community college. I'm irritated.
Only because it was for a superficial reason, and then I was like, oh no, and then it grew into a larger conversation at home about like, oh, I missed learning something, because I was gonna sign up for Coursera stuff, but then I was like, do you get email? Do you get a student discount with Coursera? Like,
Where to take Mandarin classes, New York City.
If for whatever god-awful reason you want more Jade and XD, make sure you subscribe to us on Patreon.